Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS Magazine YouTube channel. I am Paco Garcia and today I have one question to you. What the hell is happening with Kickstarter? If this is your first time in this channel, please do subscribe, clicking on the subscribe button down there and click on the bell button so you can get a notification as soon as we upload more videos, which we have a lot coming very soon indeed. Kickstarter has been in turmoil for the last few weeks since allegedly they fired two people who were thinking and trying to organize a union for the company. There is a question though that not many people are asking, and I will tell you about at the end of the video because I think it's a truly important one. The company being based in the US, unions are more than a little bit of a touchy and controversial topic. Plenty of companies frown upon them for whatever reason. I'm not gonna judge that since I am a different country with a completely different culture on the matter. Point is that there has been an amount of upheaval about it that is affecting Kickstarter in a very negative way, even if it is just from the PR point of view. We don't really know a lot about it, that's the truth. We have some testimonies from people who claim to have been fired because they wanted to unionize the company, and then on the other hand we have the CEO releasing a memo saying that actually that's not the reason why they were fired, and in fact 14 people who are also in the unionization process have received pay raises. It is really hard until there is a proper investigation that would probably have to happen in court, and even then probably we will never exactly know what the hell is going on. The fact is though that it is true, because that's been admitted by both parts, that there are some efforts in creating a union. And it is true also because even the CEO has admitted that they have gone against it because, according to them, there were some irregularities. Apparently, some of the management were involved in the creation of the union, and that is not allowed because allegedly could put pressure on subordinates to actually join the union. So they want everything to be done by the book. All of this sounds very fair. This is a very corporate response. However, and this is where I become a little bit suspicious, it is also very clear in the memo from that CEO, they consider unions by their very nature to be adversarial. In my experience, a union is far from being a necessarily adversarial organization. They are more to offer a different perspective to protect the employees against anything that the company could be doing wrong, and yes, fight for the workers' rights when they have been violated. If a company doesn't do anything wrong, a union doesn't have any reason to be adversarial at all. That stands alone. I think that's very typical. It is very typical from somebody who is in management, in high management, and doesn't want unions. They also go on to say, which is perfectly normal, that they will fight in court any employee who sue them because they claim to have been fired for organizing the union. After all, Kickstarter is perfectly entitled to defend themselves if they are sued for whatever reason. My question is, why would they be sued if they haven't done it? I don't know. I cannot say. Maybe the employees are legitimately aggrieved, or maybe not. We don't know that. The thing that worries me the most, though, is that at the end of the memo, the CEO does say and admits they will accept an union if they have no choice, and they would still want to negotiate with people if they want to create a union. And I presume that would be one choice that management sees better than a union. I'm sorry, but that is indeed alarming. Even employees from Kickstarter have requested that people don't boycott them. I'm going to agree with them. I think boycotting Kickstarter at this stage is a really bad idea because we don't really know how this is going to end. And right now, if Kickstarter suffers, mostly the ones who are going to suffer are the workers. They're going to be the ones laid out if revenue falls. If the management feels that they cannot sustain and the company is going to take a bit deep. So it's not a good idea to boycott them right away. That doesn't mean, though, that it's a bad idea to explore, especially if you're going to be a creator, to explore other alternatives. I am a massive fan of Kickstarter, and I have literally backed over 130 projects since it began. And I sincerely hope I will be able to back a lot more in the future. Kickstarter has probably, I'm not going to say saved, the RPG industry, but it's giving a shot in the arm that otherwise would have made it really hard for a lot of companies and small publishers to survive. And it has certainly done a great deal of good to the board game industry. Insanely so. I'll talk about those two areas because those are the ones that I am more familiar with. But artists, writers of all sorts, movies have been made, video games, technology. We cannot stop taking that into account. We must remember that there are an awful lot of people who are dependent on Kickstarter to kickstart something that could give them an amazing livelihood. And I want to see that happening. I really think they deserve that chance. So please, let's not boycott Kickstarter now. But I also think there's a really bad idea to have a monopoly. So there are some other platforms that have really powerful tools that could be used, and even though right now they don't have the reach of Kickstarter, that's just a few projects away. Ulule is one that rings a bell, and it's one that I have used in the past. Indiegogo is there for those who like it, Verkami is there for those who like it, and there are some smaller platforms more specialized. It may be worth just investigating them a little bit. Let's see what they have to offer. Is this going to be the end of Kickstarter? It's unlikely. And there's a question that I'm wondering myself, and I think not many people are able to answer. And this the real question that should be answered is, well, if employees feel that they need a union, what's going on to make them feel that way? My theory, I reckon that Kickstarter is getting ready for some big changes. Kickstarter is a company that since it started, and that's not long ago, it's 10 years ago or less, they have already brought in $4.5 billion amongst over 100,000 projects. That's an insane amount of money. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if a bank or a venture capital company, something similar, would have approached them to see and say, since we are losing out on giving away credits that otherwise people will have to ask before they came to you, what about if we buy you and my bank get the 5% that you are getting? Banks wouldn't like to have a union at all. And the other of my theories that maybe with that amount of money, I think they would be justified to go public and go into the stock market. Having a union is not a popular thing there either. Could any of those two things be happening right now with Kickstarter? Time will tell. But the fact that the employees want a union and the fact that management is bitterly opposing that, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And what's underneath, only time will tell. Thank you very much indeed for being there. Let me know what you think about this situation. Are you going to stop supporting Kickstarter? Are you looking at other platforms, other alternatives? And if so, which ones? Because I'd love to hear what you have to say. Leave me your comments down there. Thank you very much indeed for subscribing and being there. And I will talk to you very, very soon. You game?